So with all of the things I had to learn, I really had to look for support and different resources. So, what I learned is the importance of building a supportive cheerleading team. So, is friends, is family, I live in a really warm and welcoming and friendly neighborhood. So my neighbors were very supportive. They offered advice and they helped me. I have a sniffer squad, a group of people to whom I go when I'm trying a new fragrance, and they give me feedback on different product development. And I really feel like, especially as a solopreneur, you spend so many hours by yourself, alone and failing. So when you have that downtime, you need people to pump you up and encourage you. And I have a very supportive spouse who's also very knowledgeable, and I get a lot of support from him. And my husband, my family, and friends. I just happen to be very blessed in that way. I'm very grateful. And it's important to have someone to share your challenges and your successes with. And so I took advantage of different resources. Some of those are other makers and business owners. So I connected to a community of local people. It wasn't a structured community, but I would meet someone here or at a market, and then they'd introduce me here. And it just, my web of contacts just grew. People who are running small home-based businesses. And then sometimes I would ask for Zoom calls. I'd pick their brains, ask them questions. I've befriended so many other makers at different markets. And then we exchange contacts and we support each other. And then, of course, there's SCORE, programs like SCORE, an administration through the Small Business or an organization through the Small Business Administration. I believe that 40 Plus has a representative from SCORE coming on in their Entrepreneur Month here in August. So I encourage you to go to that session. And the amount of free information they offer, including a mentorship program, is really quite amazing. So like DC wants you to succeed, and it's a great place. And what surprised me the most, I was amazed at YouTube, and how many makers and business owners out there share their experiences and tips. There's so much free advice available from people who have walked in my shoes. They share what they've learned, so I don't have to make the same mistakes. So one example is something you really have to think about when you're in the candle business, is how to package and mail them so that the vessels don't arrive broken. So there was this guy who had this business, and he would take his candle, he'd wrap it in one way in a box, then he'd wrap it in a less effective way in a box, and then he'll take the camera outside, he'll take the box and he'll throw it against a wall and kick it down his driveway and everything, and then open it up and see, and show you the fact that, USPS, love them, but sometimes things break. So anyway, just something as simple as that. And I learned about, how to get the most efficient and lowest cost for shipping, where to source things. It's amazing what people share on YouTube. So that was a great resource for me.